Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Investor Central Club and STAX AI. I'm doing this on May 13th, 2025. We're just going to go over the full numbers from April. I know the last video I just did was just a few, just the last 3 months, but I wanted to make sure that I get you guys the full data from our full back testing. So without further ado, let's jump into that real quick. Just here in our STAX software, remember STAX AI, today is the 13th, so there are a few of these in here that are not going to be gone over until next month, but we've got everything looking back on the last month and from before that as well. Switch over to here. We've got our update today. What I want to point out here, it's a quick, easy way for you guys to see what's been updated. If you just look at this last month of April, about 20 of our 29 prints have further updates, new highs that have been achieved as of today, the 13th. Our hit rate still stands at 86.21%. I do want to point out that these in our past videos have been considered a win, but they're so small, and I do understand that a lot of you guys are not looking to take profits underneath about 15%. So that's the mark that we've put for ourselves. Under 15% will just be a wash at this point. Everything else is going to be much higher, or will not be considered a win until it surpasses that 15% mark. If you saw the previous video, our average returns from last month were sitting around a 70%. As of today, with our new highs that have been made for the majority of these, we actually now sit at 124% average hit rate. So quite a big gain for a lot of these. And you'll actually notice, I did a quick little calculation, 17 of these 29 prints that we had from last month are now above 100% return. So we had quite a bit of a run up today. We did have a lot of good news in terms of the markets, the pause on tariffs and things like that. And so the markets have been running up quite a little bit from there. Looking a little bit further back, the month before, month of March, we do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and technically 12 that were updated a little bit. Oh, I do need to double check this one. Yes, Tesla did go higher. And what I want to point out is that we did have this one, this NVIDIA, was a miss in our previous backtest, now is sitting at a win at 37%. So that brings our hit rate for that from 19 up to 20, so up to a 95.24% win. On average return, 68.95% average returns for that month. So looking pretty good now. Let's go a little bit further back. As you notice, as we go further back, there's going to be fewer updates in these. Let's update that color. 1, 2, 3, 4 from this month. The misses are still misses. They haven't gotten out of the red just yet, but they are starting to look a bit better. Hit rate 78.95% on average, 50.68% returns. You may have noticed, Palantir, Boeing with the news, right? Palantir again, CAR, again, have gone a bit higher for that month and are looking at some better returns. As we go further back, there's not too much. I think there's only this one, SE, went a bit higher. Netflix here has a new high. And if we go further back and further back, I double checked all of these. None of these have gone any higher than where they were previously before. Okay, so I want you guys to understand, the name of the game is to protect your profits. Make sure that at the end of the day, if you're looking at over, you'll set your mark. We've got some people in our Discord, some people in our community that are taking profits at 25%. Some that go a little bit riskier, go up to 50, etc. And understand that there's no guarantee it's going to go higher, but the thing that STAX AI does a great job for us is it points out the highly unusual, large premium type of orders where it's likely somebody on the inside might know something. We do have some pretty amazing returns over time And as you can see over here, our average return is at 220% for 357 prints in our history of STAX over the past, almost 2 years when you consider it now. So keep in mind, STAX was not released until December of 2023, but now we've got plenty of back-tested data. I do also have this little box over here for just 2024 from January to December. Those averages are average hit rate of 89.03% with an average of 216% returns. So our overall hit rate now standing at a 91.6%. Average days to high is a bit over 2 months. So keep that in mind. A lot of these are going to be long-term, some leaps, some at least about 6 months out. So, don't be afraid to hold on to them for a little bit longer, or at the very least, consider taking some of your profits off the table and letting some runners run, especially if they've purchased, extremely long-term contracts out of the money. Also, I wanted to give you guys this update of our 357. 86% of them are hitting over 10%. All right, 75% over 25, 59% of them over 50%. Here's the crazy statistics as well. If you're looking for a 100% return, a full return on what you put in, 47% of our callouts have returned at least 100%, so well over 100% in many cases. And I've got all this data over here as well, some as high as 2,000%. Here's a quick little peek at our chart here too. Throughout, these are just the big numbers in this case. These are measuring where the highs have gone since they had their entry. And at the end of the day, you can see there's quite a few returns. And just over 2,000%, we've got these 4 up here. VST, NVIDIA, TSM, Alibaba, well over 2,400% in these situations. So consider there's quite a lot of profits to be made if you guys understand your options market, understand how to manage your risk. STAX AI does a bit of the heavy lifting for you in terms of understanding what to potentially get into. Down here you can see our average return has popped up. It's kind of peaked a little bit and come back down, especially over the last few months where we did have quite a bit of relaxation in the markets. But we are, looking forward to, what the markets have to bring in the upcoming months. Our hit rate has been quite steady, above that 80 to 90% range. It fluctuates a little bit from time to time. You can look back. In general, what ends up happening is the newer months tend to have some lower hit rates, usually around that 60-70% range. And as the months go by, a lot of those start to peak up toward that 90% plus range. So just so you guys know. That's what I have for you guys today in terms of our update. I wanted to try to keep these a bit shorter because I understand it's a lot of data, it's a lot of numbers. If you have questions on what I'm doing here or you have suggestions on how I can improve, please do let me know. We are always open to ideas, open to your suggestions and your input. So if you've got any questions, you can go ahead and message us at help@investorcentralclub.com. If you are in our Discord or in our software, I'm trying to show you guys here, in our software, you can always go down to the Discord section on the bottom and you can go into STAX support and chat with us in there. Again, this is Eric here with Investor Central Club and STAX AI. What can I say? STAX AI strikes again. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message us. We're more than happy to get back to you and get you guys that information. Happy trading. Until the next one, I will see you guys next month for the next backtest video.